Oh. 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 My nervous system is fried. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna pass out. Oh. Oh, frick. Well, frick. How's it going? I'm sorry I haven't been uploading many videos lately. I took a couple days off, and now I'm back, and I'll be consistent now. I promise. And as you probably could tell, I did 425 for 10 reps in the first set. I didn't do the 445. I decided to knock the weight down a little bit and do what I know that I could do. Just for like momentum reasons and like, just mentally knowing, okay, I didn't lose all my strength. I didn't lose all my squatting strength, because there was a period of time where, actually this past week, where I went too long without squatting, and I kind of lost touch with my strength when it comes to squatting. I recorded some sets in my basement with 400 pounds, and I struggled to hit that for 9 reps. Before obviously in the video, I did 425 for 10 reps, and I recorded myself, and I did that also because I wanted to focus on my depth and my form. I hit 445 for 8. I'm not really used to that weight, so going down that deep with damn near 450 on my back is like, wow, this is very shocking. And I kind of felt uncomfortable doing it. So with that being said, that is why I went to the 425. Because I knew I could do it. I did record me doing 425 for 10 before. This is one of my leg days. I don't think it's a short. But yeah, right now my focus is on cardio. Lots of cardio. This is the first thing I'm doing. Wake up in the morning, doing fasted cardio, 30 minutes. First thing I do when I get out of bed, obviously, get like 5 cups of water, and I try to hydrate. I hydrate a lot, guys. You always want to hydrate. You always want to be full of water, so you're not going to be as dried out and just bad feeling. Because there's people out there that literally don't drink water, or they'll just drink like soda or diet soda. It's diets. Sorry, I'm using the Snapchat camera to record myself. It's kind of just a silly habit. Yeah, people will see diet you know, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. Even they have apparently Diet Mountain Dew now. See the word diet and be like, oh, you know, diet, healthy. And maybe I'll drink that instead of water. Yeah, I'm already off topic. I haven't even drinking coffee. I'm feeling energetic. But so, and also my cardio, my trainer has me doing 5 minutes of light cardio after every meal. Reason for that is my blood work that I went and I got my blood work taken. The doctor said it was good results. I sent the results to my trainer, and he said I want to say my lip or something to do with my lipids or my what the frick? I can't remember what it was. But something was a little elevated, and it was something to keep an eye on. So I guess to combat that, I have to do lots of cardio to get my heart ticking and talking and snapping. So it'll take a lot of stress off my heart. You know, obviously cardio is it's healthy. But yeah, also I want to get my 8-pack back. I want to get shredded to the gills. And I want to look like I have gills. I had that this past summer. Man, I tell you, I dropped down to 245, and you know, being 6'8" and 245, you know, you see different people hold different weight at different heights, and it all looks different depending the person. You know, you get freaking LeBron James. He looks extremely dense and muscular. He's freaking 250. He's, you know, 6'8", 250s. That's freaking skinny. That's about 5 pounds more than what I was when I was starving myself every day. But yeah, that's like everyone's different. And then you have guys like, you know, I'm just thinking NBA players, like old NBA players like Karl Malone. What was he? 6'9", 265. And for basketball, that's actually kind of a heavy NBA. That's kind of heavy for being 6'9". You usually see most guys who are 6'9" weighing in like the mid 240s, maybe 250. But frick, guys. I went to the doctor. When I went to the doctor yesterday, I weighed 278. And yeah, so I would be considered probably fat in NBA terms, but what about this is fat? Oh, sorry, I just spit. Oh yeah. I am doing it. I'm sucking in my stomach a little bit, but no, I'm not. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Also, I have freaking, you know, I'm getting pretty thick legs now. Oh, something I want to talk about. This is a completely different subject. I gotta end this 3-minute recording so I can start a new subject. That subject being, whenever I need to get off social media because it freaking pissed me off. But whenever I see a video on social media of a jacked guy, a guy with a lot of muscles, go to the comments immediately. It's, oh, if he's natural, then I guess the patties from McDonald's are, you know, made on the grill and completely made, you know, from a freaking straight from the cow through no factories. I just did a very shitty way of comparing or of saying an example. But yeah, people just immediately jump to conclusions. That conclusion being, no, what? You're telling me people can be this strong naturally? Yes! Yes, they can! Just because someone's freaking jacked and strong and has round muscles, why do you assume they're on gear? That's just foolish thinking, jumping to conclusions thinking. And it's always, you know, freaking twinks who say that stuff. It's like, oh yeah, I bet. How do the steroids how do they affect your brain? Oh, actually, they kind of make you smarter. Maybe you should start taking them. They make your reaction time faster. You can focus better. You're more energetic. Frack! I'm relying on this freaking guys. This horse. My life is in this horse's hands. My phone is balancing on this horse. But yeah, people they assume the negative. Like, you know, they look at it like, oh, it's dirty, you know, because you have to inject yourself with a needle, which I can't even freaking move on this table without my phone falling. I can't even breathe in the direction of my phone without freaking falling. But yeah, a lot of people get it wrong when it comes to gear and PEDs and even just being on testosterone, which my whole thing is like, you know, a lot of people are on SSRIs and pills like that where you need to rely on that and take them every day. And, you know, you wait for it to kick in and there's, you know, they wear off and whatnot. And especially crazy when you're putting 8-year-old kids who have ADHD, but maybe they're just energetic. Why do you have to say they have ADHD and then feed them amphetamines? Like, what the frick? I've taken Adderall before. I couldn't imagine being 8 years old and taking that. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy I did it. Like I heard this, I don't remember where, but this kid took it and he's like, Mommy, why does my brain feel very quiet? That's terrifying, hearing that from an 8-year-old. Why does my brain feel quiet? Oh my gosh, brother, that is wow. All of that to say, frick, I should have freaking grabbed my tripod. But all that to say, you know, being on TRT is very frowned upon, and but it's normal. Yeah, it's perfectly normal to be on meds, to be on medicine, to be on pills. You know, since young, even Xanax, bro. They're even giving Xanax to children. Kids are having Xanax prescriptions. No, I don't know if you guys have ever taken Xanax, but that shit is scary. You take a couple Xanax, that's equivalent to being blackout drunk. You don't know what you're doing. You literally don't. When I used to be a druggie, me and my roommate, we lived together, obviously. He's my roommate, and, you know, he had mushrooms, and, like, I'm trying to think if I should use this example. I feel like there's a better, I don't know. But literally, I stole them from him. We would literally steal from each other and just hide shit in the next room over. That's what Xanax is. You take shit from people because you don't see anything wrong with it because you're not thinking at all. You're on Xanax. Your brain is shut down. I couldn't, you know, really describe the brain chemistry behind it all. I'm not freaking, I didn't get that type of education. But you don't have to have that type of education when you freaking know what Xanax do to you. Frick, my phone! Sorry, folks. Yeah, and then people frown upon taking testosterone. It's like, you probably should take it. A lot of guys should probably take it. If you go out in public, whenever I go in public, I never see anyone with a physique that's impressive. Or I never see anyone with muscles. I mean, granted, these are grocery store settings, but still, it's like, why is it so like rare to run into just someone who's a freak athlete, who's athletic, who's freaking, who's muscular, and you can tell that, you know, they're a hardworking man, you know, a hardworking man that is able-bodied and hardy, and they can have their willpower put to the test, and they won't freaking disappoint. You know, I never see that. Now everyone's just either very small and feeble, or they're freaking fat and very unprepared for anything to happen. You know? Yeah, and I think TRT could fix that. You know, you don't need some heroic freaking dose. Just hop on a little bit and cruise, you know? You can always hop off. I guess I have to sit over here because my phone won't freaking balance. But TRT, where was I going with this? I lose my train of thought very easily sometimes, and it's really freaking frustrating. But yeah, it's very, yeah. But yes. You know, just cruise, bro. Hop on 50, 100 milligrams, you know. And this isn't for kids who are 19. Absolutely not. You know, squeeze out all the natural gains you can get before you even think about taking anything. Don't take SARMs, okay? Don't take SARMs. If anything, don't take SARMs. I wish I could have listened to my current self and taken my current advice, but I didn't. So, I guarantee your life would be better if you hopped on 100 testosterone a week, okay? I can guarantee that. It's not going to run you up a ton of money. The supply is going to last you for months on end, especially if you're on 100 milligrams. Are you freaking kidding me? That's like nothing. But yeah, your energy levels are going to feel good. Libido is going to be up a lot higher if you're having that problem. It's good for like depression, mental health. I noticed with TRT, there's not really a crash. It's just kind of like an even keeled, like constant high, I guess. Not really high. Kind of like the feeling that you get. It's kind of just like being on a cup of coffee all the time, you know, kind of euphoric, you know, stimulated feeling. And obviously, you know, helps put on muscle. I noticed the energy levels change. It was freaking first thing I noticed. Especially if you combine caffeine with TRT. Absolutely bonkers, insane. But yeah, but now I guess this is just a talk about, society and, you know, where we're at and what's the norm nowadays. And it seems to be clubbing and going out and getting drunk. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, okay? I'm going to drop some knowledge for you to suck on. I've never met an attractive alcoholic. Not once. Now, I'm not counting, you know, sorority girls who are freaking 18, 19, 20, and they're, you know, new to drinking. That doesn't count. After college, like say you've been sucking on the alcohol throughout college, and then, you know, you're in your late 20s. I've never met someone who's been, you know, steady drinking and they're attractive. Usually it's, shit happens, your skin will literally start to lose its color. I've noticed this thing, I don't know how to really word it properly, but I noticed people that drink, they'll have this thing where their face gets bigger, but their eyes and their mouth and their nose just stay in the middle of their face, but they have a huge perimeter of just face, I guess. But that being said, look! My point is, nothing good happens from it. And I'm dropping these facts because so many people drink, brother. So many people. If you go on Snapchat, okay, go on Snapchat and look at freaking 80% of the people's stories. It's all posts at nighttime at a bar or club or party getting drunk. And I've asked myself, is this my opinion because I don't do that and maybe I feel left out? I used to do that. I don't do it anymore because I did that to the extreme. Gotta be honest with you, didn't like it at all. I felt very unstable, like I was losing my mind. I was a spoiled man baby. That's what most of these people are, folks. It's sad to say, but you know, it makes you kind of retarded. Drinking alcohol makes you retarded and lazy. Same thing with weed. That's why I try to just keep it to before bed. Yeah, nothing good comes from alcohol. It's poison. You're drinking poison. And if it's like, I need booze to feel good about myself. I need booze to feel good about myself. That's all I got to say, folks. Tomorrow I'm going to be hitting a push day, and I'm going to be recording more videos. I took a couple days off, but now I'm back. And yeah, tomorrow we got push, baby boy. We got push, baby boy. But yeah, I'll see you guys in next video. Bye-bye.